All right, today we're jumping into a super simple, but honestly incredibly powerful tool. It can literally be the difference between a project that stalls out and one that sails to the finish line. It's called influence mapping. Let's break down how it works.
First, let's set the scene with something I am positive every single one of us has been through. You know the feeling, right? Your team is doing amazing work, the idea is solid, everything seems to be going great, and then bam! It just stops. The momentum is gone. You've slammed into a wall, but you can't even see what it's made of. And here's the thing, it's almost never what you think it is. It's rarely about the money, or the deadline, or even how good the idea is. All the usual suspects? Probably not them.
The real problem, that invisible wall, it's almost always about people. And more specifically, it's about the people whose opinions and decisions are secretly steering the ship, whether you realize it or not.
Okay, so if the problem is basically invisible people, how in the world do you deal with that? Well, you've got to find a way to make that influence visible. You have to turn that confusing web of people into a map you can actually read.
And that, my friends, is exactly what influence mapping is all about. It's a straightforward way to figure out who really holds the keys to your project. So forget the fancy org charts for a second. This is about who has the actual real-world impact on the decisions that count.
And you know what the best part is? The core idea is just so simple. The source material puts it perfectly, giving us our #1 rule: map who influences decisions most. All right, so we get the what, but the how do you actually do this stuff? Let's get into the playbook and see how this becomes a super clear, actionable plan.
Seriously, it boils down to just 2 steps. That is it. First, you map them out. Second, you focus your engagement. So simple to remember, but man, is it effective when you actually do it.
So step 1, mapping. What does that actually look like in practice? Well, this right here is a perfect example. It's not just some random list of names, it's a smart, simple chart. First, you've got your stakeholder. We see Alex Chen. Next, and this is key, you assess their influence. Alex's is high. Now, this isn't about their job title. Think about it. Who do people really listen to in a tough meeting? Who has the final say? That's high influence. And then you define their turf, budget approval. You do this for everyone. See how David Miller is also high because he has the final go, no-go, but Samira Jones is medium on technical stuff? All of a sudden, that invisible web of people becomes a crystal clear map.
Okay, so once you've done this, you have this amazing clarity. But listen, the map itself doesn't do a thing. It's just a piece of paper. Now comes the really important part, focusing your engagement.
And this is so crucial. This isn't just some homework assignment. The map is your tool for action. Knowing Alex and David are high influence, that tells you exactly where to point your communication energy.
So how often are we talking here? The source material is super specific on this, and honestly, it might surprise you. Daily. Yep, you heard that right. Not weekly, not just when there's a problem, a consistent daily touch point. That's how you stop surprises and start building real momentum.
Now hold on, let's be really clear. Daily does not mean spamming everybody with a group email. It's about making sure your heavy hitters, the Alexes and Davids on your map, get a quick, meaningful touch point from you every single day. This can be a quick Slack message with a key number, a 2-minute chat by the coffee machine, or a 1-line email about a big win. That's how you build trust and keep everyone on the same page.
So, why bother with all this? What's the big payoff for all this mapping and daily contact? Well, let's look at how this totally demolishes that invisible wall problem we started with.
I mean, look at this. The difference is night and day, right? On the left, you're just flying blind, frustrated, spinning your wheels, wasting time. But on the right, after you've mapped that influence, everything changes. You get clarity, you get momentum, and you get smooth, steady progress. Those invisible walls don't just disappear. You've basically built a clear path right through them.
And that's the whole point, right? That's the ultimate promise. The source material says it perfectly. This whole thing is designed for one single outcome: to keep your projects moving forward smoothly.
So, if you remember one thing, let it be this simple loop. Identify the real decision makers, focus your communication right on them, and just watch your projects take off.
So I'm going to leave you with a question. Not a theoretical one, a real one. Think about your most important project right now. Who is the one person, just one, that you absolutely need to talk to tomorrow to keep it moving forward?